Hello. It's been a little bit. I've started studies this winter and it's just been quite intense, okay? And also, I've not had the best ideas of what I want to film for this channel, but I've had this thing that I wanted to talk about, which is how I fixed my sleep schedule and sleep quality. So, if you don't know me, I was a full-time streamer for a while, and part of that was that I would stay up editing until 5 a.m. I would go to bed at the most unreasonable times. I would wake up between 11 and 2 p.m. and my sleep quality was terrible. I would always feel exhausted. And my body was not feeling good. Obviously, it's not because, being a streamer is so hard. It's not. But I fixed my sleep schedule. And I have fixed my sleep quality in a way that's sustainable for me. And maybe there is something that you can get out of it. So, let me tell you what I did. And maybe some of these tips are something that's usable for your life if you're a gamer or you just happen to have a shit sleep schedule like I used to. So nowadays I go to bed before midnight and wake up before 10 a.m. which I know isn't much. And I sleep a lot, but it feels very sustainable and natural for me. So my first tip is something very simple. Just check your bed surroundings. Are you sleeping underneath a window? Are you sleeping directly next to a door? Is your bed too small or uncomfortable? I checked all of those things, but most importantly, I got a second blanket for myself. And I sleep with 2 blankets now, and I'm considering 3, but I've not done that yet. Now hear me out. There is everything to gain from having 2 blankets. When it's too cold, 2 blankets. When it's too warm, you can do the perfect thing. Listen. You know when it's too warm and you stick your foot underneath your blanket and your foot gets cold and you feel like a monster is going to eat your foot? Yeah, that's not great. When you have 2 blankets, you can swiggle them in a way that the blanket surrounds you, but you can poke parts of you out. And also with blankets, when you have 2 blankets, you can use 1 blanket as a hug blanket, especially if you're a side sleeper. Now you're like, why don't you just get a body pillow? You can put that between your legs and hug it and all that stuff. Body pillows, at least the ones I've tried, stiff, way too large. A blanket is like this liquid that molds to the shape of your body. It's perfect. You just need to sleep with 2 blankets. Trust me. It's a lifesaver. But that's not really what fixed my sleep schedule. So there are 2 things that have fixed my sleep schedule. And first of them, you don't want to hear. probably it's going to the gym. Yeah. You don't need to go to the gym. If you have a physically demanding job, you're probably already fine with this. But if you have an office job, you gotta get in some heavy, exhausting exercise every day. Not like every day, but 5 out of 7 days a week. You need to exhaust yourself physically. And gym has worked really well for me, because gym also has a lot of other benefits and it's just great working out. But absolutely, working out has fixed me in every possible way. Going to the gym has been so good for me. Incredibly good, unbelievably good. And listen, I didn't go to gym for the longest time because social anxiety. I was like, I don't want to go to the gym, I can't do it. It's uncomfortable for the first few times, at the very least. For me, it's still uncomfortable. They have these things at gyms called machines or like these gym devices. They have instructions on them. If you're worried of doing things wrong and people looking at you like you're a total weirdo, go to the machines and follow the instructions. You can't fuck it up. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. I believe in you, okay? Yes. Besides working out, I only play video games during the day nowadays. I don't play video games in the evening anymore. I mean, yeah, like in the evening, but like, I don't play video games after 8 p.m. And you might be like, what the heck, that's crazy. I love games. I'm gaming all day on the weekend. But after the gym session in the evening, or after home workout, I have dinner, I shower, I go to bed, and I watch anime, or whatever you want to watch, until you're feeling the sleep. Then you sleep. Having a good night routine is so important and will make you fall asleep in no time. I'm not gonna tell you unrealistic shit like put your phone away 2 hours before you sleep. You're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. No one's gonna do that. I'm not gonna read a book, even though I like reading, but like, I'm not gonna read a book in the evening anymore. I'm gonna watch anime or watch something on my phone. But I do it in my pajamas, in my bed. And I stop it after a while. I go to bed and I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I fall asleep. I never could fall asleep at 11 p.m. before, and now I can. I just press snooze on my brain. It's magic. And it has made me feel so much better. Last tip that I have for sleeping, that I've actually been doing for a while, even before I fixed my sleep. Do you have this thing? Not everyone has this, obviously, but I definitely do, that I go to bed and I start going through things in my mind. Every embarrassing thing that happened to me since I was 5 years old. All of them just going through my head. It can keep you awake for the longest time. It can keep me awake. There's only one solution. Fantasize. Just think about, just create positive, delightful, lovely stories. Tell yourself the craziest shit. Tell yourself the craziest things, the craziest happy fantasies in your mind. Create these stories, craft them, and forget about the embarrassing bullshit. And it doesn't always work, because sometimes the embarrassing bullshit, it's like piercing your mind. So it takes a lot of practice, at least for me it did. But now, after 10 years of doing this, when I go to bed, I start thinking about something unpleasant. I almost automatically switch it up. It will take some time, but when you have positive thoughts while falling asleep, you will have such delightful dreams. I have the best dreams, but let's not even get to that. Anyway, these are basically my tips for how I fixed my sleep. And if any of this resonated with you, let me know. I know this is kind of different for what I usually do on this channel, but I needed to share. I needed to share. I can't speak, I'm so sorry. But let me tell you a Finnish word to make you feel better. About this video not being about Finland or Finnish things. If you're here for that anyway, if you're here just for my stream, you probably don't care. But sleep in Finnish is uni, U-N-I, uni. And to fall asleep is nukahtaa. So when I say nukahta, that is a command for you to fall asleep. Yes. Nukahta, nukahta, nukahta. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. If you didn't, I hope you at least enjoyed my adorable background. I put so much work into making it this cute. And I hope you like my hair. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.